Take some time, use it well. Take your time, time can tell. A time to ring the bell. A time to say farewell.
We're here at Dublin Zoo today because Helgaard has gone missing, and we think he's a little bit homesick from South Africa, alright. So I'm kind of hoping I'll find him inside, but I'm not sure, you know. There you go, I'm just here from my singing lessons. That was a couple of the other guys from the other bands in there doing theirs. I think the lyrical themes in the album, it's not so much a concept as it's there's lots of threads holding it together. Things like, I think defiance, courage, strength, frogs. Frog is a special frog. Everybody wants to know about the frog. There's lots of things going through it. I think the album is quite varied lyrically, but a lot of the songs will be linked together with recurring themes. Yeah, there you go. No, Ducks rock, man. Nothing more rock and roll than Ducks. And yeah, don't eat duck. Don't eat duck. First thing, Mao is an international man of mystery. First of all, nobody knows where he really comes from. You know, people talk about Uganda. What I can tell you was he did live in northern Spain in a place called Gijón for a while. Yeah, when Mao finished school, he went to dance academy and was trained as a professional dancer. And he was in actually the same class as Joaquim Cortez. And sometimes when we're away and stuff like that, you'd get to meet Joaquim and stuff like that. They're really good mates, you know. Another thing I could tell you about Mao, and he doesn't like many people knowing this, and in fact he probably definitely won't talk to me now for saying this. He was actually the under-16 Northern Spain bullfighting champion. Not much is known about that. He won't talk about it. He gets quite upset when you mention it to him, actually. So anybody who does see him, please don't mention it to him. The third thing, well, Mao is actually quite the enigma, and he lives in this little walled cottage just south of Dublin near Dunleary. And what he's done is he's kind of put fiberglass or, you know, perspex over the walls, and he's obviously got it heated from the inside, but he's turned the whole place into a big greenhouse. And he grows every kind of herb and spice and vegetables. He's got wine, you know, grapes and tomatoes and all growing. Got pigs running around the place, couple of chickens. The guy's really into his rustic, and I mean, his alarm clock is a rooster. So when it comes to the time of the year when it's for making wine, he would throw these big mad flamenco parties. You know, he's really big into his flamenco dancing and stuff like that. And he would like have the big barrels full of grapes, and people would go wash their feet and dance on them and stuff like that. And then he would have his flamenco band playing and stuff like that. So, and when you walk around his house, you'll see pictures of him and Joaquim, but you never see anything about the bullfighting. I don't know what happened there. I don't. Stavis is a very busy man these days. You know, since the album's been written, Stavis is busy now trying to figure out what cab goes with which head to get the right sound, and what guitar he's going to use. I need a 62 Fender Stratocaster with Floyd Rose tremolo arm and stuff like that. So he's very busy. He's also very busy because, you know, being the president of his own fan club, and that takes up an awful lot of time. You know, it keeps him well busy. And the third thing that keeps him busy is his womanizing. Really, really, really busy. You know, Stavis, I applaud you, my friend. I don't know how you keep it up. I don't know how you do. No, but he's always busy, and you don't see that much of him, you know. If there's a hole in the schedule, Stavis will fill that gap for sure. For sure, no better man. Wow, man. No pun intended, but that guy's spanking the monkey.
Like a stomper, get in the groove. Like a stomper,
I think the live shows are going to be amazing. Because in the time we've been writing the album, we've spent a lot of time really, you know, writing the songs with live shows in mind. I think most of the songs on the album, if not all of them, are going to be very accessible live. They're going to work really well. We've also spent a lot of time about thinking about, you know, the live show itself, and you can expect a few new things there. And I think as well, the fact that we haven't really done any live shows, apart from maybe 1 or 2 in the last 7 or 8 months, I think, you know, we're just all mad to get back out there and do it. So it's going to be this big explosion of energy, I think. Well, I don't know. Can't find them anywhere in there. I think we're going to have to go somewhere else and try and locate them. Let's do this. When it comes to the meaning of the lyrics, it's just something I'm not really happy to discuss, because I think that, you know, if a song resonates with someone, you know, they find their own meaning from it. And I think that by me coming out and saying, well, it was about this one day I went to the zoo and to feed the ducks and find Helgard or whatever, it's only going to take away from their meaning of the lyrics and diminish the power of the song for them. Trail of Tears is a song that we've come up with that's 14 minutes, maybe 14 to 18 minutes long, depending on how carried away Stavis gets with his guitar sounds. But yeah, it's like something that's different than anything we've ever done before, and I'm really excited about it. I think there's great movement in the song, which is why it works being so long. I don't shoot myself in the foot here, but I mean, it's about historical fact. It's about the Indian relocation, specifically the SHOCTOPUS tribe. And there's a nice little twist at the end of it about Ireland as well. I think the tempos and the variety of the songs on the album, you know, are much more diverse this time around. I think that you know, it's something that when we actually sat down to talk about recording this album back in, or you know, writing this album back in March. One of the things that, you know, we were very aware of was that we wanted to kind of have more varied tempos, and we wanted to have kind of more different musical ideas coming in. We didn't want, you know, we wanted to be bigger as far as like the influences that were coming into it and stuff like that. And I suppose when you get new people coming into the band, like Mao and Jonesy helping us out, you know, these guys are bringing in other influences as well. And so the songs, the actual feel of the songs are different. You know, there's still SHOCTOPUS, and they're still fast and aggressive, but there's also slower ones there, and the way the music has unfolded has, you know, allowed us to go to like places that we haven't been to before. And yeah, it's exciting, it's great. I mean, you know, we've been, I think 7 months nearly now, maybe 8 months writing this album, and it's all but done now. And you know, in the process of that, sometimes it's hard to be objective about what you're doing, and because you're kind of working on a couple of things at the same time. But I think, you know, now that I've been able to sit back and listen to demos and stuff like that, you know, I'm really, you know, so happy about where this is going, and I'm actually very excited about it. I kind of see songs as, you know, suits that I would climb into. I would just get into the song, and when I pull it on, it's like, this is how it makes me feel, and this is what I want to do, and just go out there and give it all that. And you know, some of these songs will really, you know, excite me, you know, as far as going out there and just playing them live to the crowd. I think the crowd are going to really love them, I really do.
All right. Look who we found.
There you are, Helgard. Where have you been all day?
Buying food.
Dark clouds are gathering, all silent and still, frozen.